Allah Almighty created animals in different shapes and sizes. Many of them also possess extremely dangerous weapons, used whenever necessary. But winning the battle doesn't just require strength and physical build, but it also needs intelligence and self-confidence to fight for the last breath. In this video, you will see a number of battles in which animals messed with the wrong opponent. Continue watching until the end of the video. There are many surprises waiting for you, which will make you very surprised. It is not uncommon for wild bees to originate in a hive in an unprotected place. Swarms of bees usually choose mountains and tall trees in order to put her cell away from intruders such as bears, honey badgers, and birds. However, these bees made a wise decision to place the hive near the brown origin. It is a very aggressive snake that attacks anything that comes close to its hiding place. When the bees arrived at the place, the snake had already laid an egg. She cannot leave her nest and leave the eggs unguarded, despite the annoying buzzing of bees. If the snake remains calm and will not move, there is no problem, but if it makes noise and tries to move from its place, it will end up like this snake. This killer bee attacked a snake that broke into its own area. As for this snake, it has already messed with the wrong opponent. African bees are considered one of the most feral and dangerous insects in Africa. These bees have gained notoriety thanks to the poison they carry. They are huge and armed with deadly poison and cannot be stopped. Many media reports and films have been produced about the ferocity and aggressiveness of this species of bees. One bite of its strong venom is able to make you lose consciousness for hours, but if the entire swarm attacks you, give up to life. After a meal rich in proteins, the will of this lion is sweetener, so she chose today the honey bees. But she didn't know that she would regret her choice after the entire squadron attacked her. Foxes are friendly animals and many humans take them as pets. The fox tries to avoid conflict, especially with large animals, but ultimately the fox is a wild animal. Thus, he usually returns to his instincts, especially when he feels threatened. But this fox definitely messed with the wrong cat. Watch how this cat stood in front of the animal that is bigger and stronger than it. Female squirrel approached from behind to prey on a huge cobra. However, one bite of the snake made the squirrel withdraw from the battle and return home in a hurry. After learning to mess with the wrong opponent, in a few seconds the squirrel turned from a snake killer into a scared and terrified cat. But the brief battle between the squirrel and the cobra caught the attention of a killer more experienced in killing snakes. It is the yellow ferret. The ferret is the undisputed killer of the cobra. This little creature is not frightened by snake bites at all. The two opponents met in a fierce battle, and with his quick blows the ferret managed to make the snake surrender in a short time. This is what we call working smartly, not strongly. Here's a great example of how intelligence outweighs strength. The little rabbit simply avoids the big rabbit by jumping over it in order to exhaust it. This angry elephant chased hippos into the water to force them out of his area. 3 leopards surrounded the honey badger to prepare it for lunch, but soon regretted choosing this little creature. This thing can't be stopped or even killed. A huge buffalo with a bull entered a mortal battle. Although the African buffalo is considered one of the big 5 in Africa, the Taurus certainly proved to be not an easy opponent. While the battle intensifies, in which the two sides used all kinds of weapons, centuries, and others, the other cows stood to watch the game as if it were a movie. And here is another battle between a buffalo and a bull, but this time the bull quickly came out of the duel and ran away.